Hi, it's been a while. I haven't seen you in a long time. I wanted to chat to you and give you a sketchbook tour of and the thing and give you a little rundown of what's been going on and what I've been doing and stuff. So I've been having a bit more things escalated quite quickly, and I've been in hospital, and I'm not used to vlogging anymore. It's gonna try and get used to this again so I can chat. I've been in hospital and my bladder wasn't working. I'm not really sure how to word it. My bladder isn't working, and I had to have a catheter put in because otherwise my kidneys will be very badly damaged. So that's what they did. They put a catheter in. That didn't work, so we had to try a different type of catheter, and that's where we are right now. So this isn't just an art video. I'll put like a timestamp to show you where the show you where the sketchbook tour starts and stuff. Because I'm just like giving you a rundown of what's been going on and stuff, because I have health problems, which some of you might know already, but some of you are new here, so you don't really know. So I have a lot of chronic illnesses and disabilities to deal with anyway, and then I had this on my plate as well. So I went into hospital, and there was a whole like, it was an absolute nightmare because they put me in a pod because it was still when COVID was quite bad, it's quite bad again, but they put me in this pod, and then it got to about 11:30, and then they forgot about me, which is completely fine. I know they deal with a lot in hospital and nurses, so I understand that. I understand the struggle and things that go on. But I was forgotten about then. I was moved up to a ward. I think it was about the middle of the night, but they said my husband, he couldn't stay with me, but he never usually leaves me and is able to leave me because I have seizures. But long story short, they assured me it'd be fine and they'd be able to deal with that because, you know, they probably used to it a lot. They're probably used to dealing with people that have seizures, or so we thought. But later on, probably like an hour later, probably not even that, but I was having so many seizures that they had to ring him up and tell him to come back and come look after me because they couldn't, you know, they couldn't watch me for that long, and it was too much of a risk for me to be left, like we told them. Sorry, I'm getting a little, you know. But yeah, we got that sorted, and I had this horrible catheter in, which was really uncomfortable, which I'm uncomfortable anyway, so that made it worse. But this one's worse as well, worse again. But we're dealing with it at the moment. But I go back in February for a review for how they're gonna deal with this catheter stuff in the future, because I don't know. So I don't know if we need an operation yet or anything. So I'll find that out in February. But for now, my art is keeping me stable, and I want to show you my art I've been doing, because it's been really helping me through a real rough time of being in the hospital and being just, you know, in pain all of the time. So I'm just about able to do it, and I look back at some of my elder art and I'm not able to do art to that level again, but I'm able to at least paint every day, even if I don't get one done, which I am at the moment as I speak. I'm about to start another one, which is today is going to be an osprey. They have like a birds of prey place around here, so I'm pretty sure I've seen an osprey before. Osprey, I think is called an osprey, not offspray. Offspray sounds like a bottle of water, quality H2O. Okay, so what else have I been doing? Oh yeah, so I've been also, it's really weird to talk about, but I've been back on a virtual world. It's called Second Life, and I have my own art gallery in there. So I show my art in like thousands of people play this game. It's like play this game because it's not really a game. It's a virtual world. But I think that's only something people that are in Second Life say. But I'm with it because I don't really see it as a game either. But thousands of people have probably seen my art because I have it in an art gallery in Second Life. Then people can come and see it. So I started running this thing where other people that are in Second Life can show their art too in an exhibition. But I started like an event. So I've done about 3 of these events so far, and each one's had about 30 different artists that I've like curated these people together, and I feel really proud of it anyway. I'll have to show you that sometime because I'd have to show you on the computer because it's in the virtual world. So I can't show you in the real world really. Well, I could show you my screen. That's sort of showing you. I was showing my in-laws at Christmas, and they seemed really interested because I'm really proud of it now. Because when I wasn't making art like last year as much, it was really keeping me going really. Because I was like showing people around that and bringing people together in the same place to show their artwork. It was really fun. So what else have I been up to that I can think of? Oh, I went out today. And today we went out in the car for some fresh air. At the beginning of the video you'll see, because that's my ramp that they put out. Oh, I just thought of another thing to tell you. Really good news. So that ramp that you saw me going out in the, you saw me go out in the ramp on my new ramp to get out of my house. Yeah. Yay. So I'm able to get out of my house. It shouldn't really feel like such a what's the word? Luxury, yeah, to leave your house. But for me it is really. So you saw me using my ramp. Okay, so what else? Oh yeah, I found, is that a cat behind me? I was like wondering what that was. You scared me, Autumn. There she is. Okay. What was I talking about? Oh yeah. So for the last few years, you may notice I've got short hair now. Well, since my last video, because I had really long hair in my last video. It was like down past here. Before. Hi, Autumn again. You're making me forget what I was going to say. Okay. So they're sorting out the bathroom. Hooray! Right. I should try and put like a hooray thing after
Hooray!
that. But I don't really know how. So they're sorting out the bathroom. We had a few years where they said we have to move, but we told them that this place is perfect in other ways, and they finally listened, like after 2 years of not listening, and then they came and seen me in person. I think to apologise because it's been like hell living like without a shower and stuff because I've not been able to wash properly. I wash there on the bed. Like, my husband, he helps me do everything. He does my washing. He does my. I have to lay down there to have a wash. So I have to wash there, but I'll be able to have a shower, guys. Um, it feels amazing that it's not going to be done straight away, but it's going to be done, and I've got hope that this is going to be done. So it feels amazing. We got this new OT. She's not with us anymore because she just discharged us because there's nothing more she can do. But this OT, she was amazing. She got so many things. She got so many things sorted for us, and it just felt amazing because it was like, wow, you got all this stuff done. You must be amazing. But apparently, they were just telling me, well, this is our job. And the last person, they must have been not doing their job. That sounds so badly to say, but they must be not be doing their job properly because, you know, we've been going for years and not anything happening to help. And my husband, he does everything himself to help me, and he's on his own. Apart from having me and our daughter. Yeah, my daughter and he are both my world. They're both my world. I don't know what I'd do without them. I wouldn't be here basically because they just surround my life with joy because they're the best and they're amazing. I'm happy and lucky, very lucky to have them both. So yeah, if anyone has any questions about anything, you can always, ask, because I'm usually open to answering questions about anything, really. So I hope you enjoyed this sketchbook tour. I promise I'll put like a timestamp because I've been speaking for, let me see, 12 minutes. I've been speaking for over 12 minutes. Let's better not make it 13 because, okay, I'm going to have to make it 13 and talk for another minute because I don't want to end it on an unlucky number. So what else shall I say? Oh yeah, I can show you some of my palettes and things that I got for Christmas because I got some really pretty shiny paints for Christmas. I'll show you those. So I also thought I'd show you these handmade paints. Handmade with Love by KJ, designed by Karen. These are really pretty. And they're really shiny too. And they're handmade too. And I made my own swatch card of them too. So you can see how shiny they are. That middle bit I painted on black ink. And then I went over them to see how opaque they were. And they're very opaque. These ones aren't as shiny, but I think these are more like shimmer, like shimmery ones rather than sparkly ones. And these three are very glittery rather than shiny, if you can see. But yeah, and then I think these ones came in a set, these ones, and then this one came with it. So. And I've been using them tons because I've been doing the Burb Fest at the moment, and these are what I've been using. And they're very shiny and beautiful, and they're very special too because I'm kind of scared to use them, but also I'm trying to use up things because I'm on a bit of a no spend for a few months to not use art supplies. It could extend to being a year or more because I've got a lot of things to use and I want to use what I have rather than thinking, oh, this new thing. So because I have a lot of things I can use already, so I've been like, oh, what can I use? Things that I've got already, so that's been really good. Hello everyone, so I'm going to show you some birds that I've been working on. I've been working on these birds, and it's part of Burb Fest 2022, and it's being hosted by Birdie Tam Art on Instagram and being co-hosted by Monkey Mantaka. You probably know her most from YouTube. That's where I know her channel from anyway. So that's probably where you know her from too. So I'll get right into it and show you some of the birds that I've created from the list that those two made for January. This is a January art list that anyone can use to make art in any way. You can do writing, you can do art, you can do anything you can think of really, just using these prompts. So really all of these are names of birds, and I'll show you the first from day 1 until day 24, and then I'm thinking of doing another video to show you the last 7 that I complete once I've finished those 7, so that I can show you what I've done towards the end of January and what I'm going to do in February. So there you go. I hope you enjoyed this little sketchbook tour, and I'll get into it. So this one was a frill-necked monarch. I painted this in watercolours and I did some metallic watercolour on it, so you can see it shining. This is sort of things, some of them you can't really see in the pictures, but you can in some of the videos because I have been doing speed paintings of them. And I use the setup that I'm using today, so I might show you that in this video as well, to show you a bit of my desk and show you what I used to do my speed paintings with and stuff. Right, so this one was a frill-necked monarch, and I did this on the 1st of the 1st. This one's a hyacinth macaw. I love the blue of this, you can see it. Also, I did metallic to almost all of these. So yeah, you can see that there, the hyacinth macaw. This one is, let me check what this one is, it's got hair on it I think. There we go. Royal flycatcher. A royal flycatcher. And you see it's all of its big feathers. It's like a hat that he's wearing, and he looks very happy. So the next one, let me see if I can read this sideways. Crimson-necked tanager. As you can see. So when I was working on these, I remember now. When I was working on these, because I was working on, I think it was one of them where I was working on this one, and I lent my, because I work here, I like work as a palette here, and I'd like accidentally dipped my wrist in it and had printed it on the other side. That became a background, but I painted over it in gouache. But on this one, I left it like it was, and I did a bit of a background. So I did the bird on the background that I had made. You can see it a little bit in the background on this one. I don't generally use the back of them, but I'm thinking about doing something in February, which I'll be using the backs of these probably towards, because I'm towards the end of this book now, so I'm nearly finished this book. I did find some more sketchbooks because I'm on a bit of a art supply no spend, so I found loads of sketchbooks I can use for next year, this year I meant. So a smew duck would be next, and that's on the 5th, is that right? The 4th, the 5th, yes, 5th is a smew duck. I like that, and then the reflections on the water are my favourite, the metallic watercolour. This one's the red-billed blue magpie. I don't know if I'm in frame there, sorry about that. There you go. These ones are a black hawk eagle. I think these are the wrong way round, because what I did is I had the book like this as I was painting. So I started on this one because it was this way round, and then I moved backwards to there. So this one was first and then that one. So this one was an Adelaide penguin, which won the 8th. The Black Hawk eagle. And then this was a bit of a mistake. I'm always making mistakes in sketchbooks. So when I had started in these pages, I did it upside down, so I'm going to have to go all the way back round and go upside down. You need to see what I've done. So those are backwards. So we go back here, because I accidentally did it backwards. Black and yellow broadbill. Look how turquoise the beak is on that one. So bright and beautiful these birds are. On this long-tailed tit, I painted one of my own photographs, which I've never generally done that before, and I love painting. And I love painting different things. I've never really painted my own photographs. So here's one that I've painted of my own photograph. And it came out quite well, if I do say so myself too. So this one is a violet-backed starling. That one didn't really I don't think I used... This is one of the odd times I haven't used metallic watercolour, because I almost always use metallic watercolour. But for these I have, and for that one I haven't either. So that's funny that I haven't used them in 2. So that's a violet back starling, I can't remember if I said that. A Nandine night heron. They're very like hunched over, and then he's hunched over and then looking that way. But generally in the book I have been trying to do them facing each other. As you can see, this one's facing this one. Well, that one isn't, but you know what I'm trying to... I guess you know what I'm trying to say. Probably not, but that's fine. Right, I'm trying to find the next ones. Oh, here we go. So next we have a Nande parakeet. A Nande parakeet. Whee! That's really... I didn't really like the feathers on the towards the back. I think I could have added a little bit more shadow to bring more depth to that wing. And then we've got a red wattled lapwing. I'm really happy with that one. I like how that one feels like a late afternoon to when the sun is rising or setting. I get mixed up with setting sun and rising sun. Indigo bunting, he's like ready to set off. Baikal teal duck is next. Am I doing these in order? 14, 15, 16, yes I am. I like the pink that I did in this one. It goes, I think, really well with the other colours. So 17, we went this way again, and this one's a California condor. He's he's about to set off on a journey, I think it looks like. Some of this is like come off on this, which I didn't mean to happen, but it doesn't look too bad because it's the clouds and it makes them look more sparkly. If you can see. And I like what I did here. I think I want to incorporate this more into some of my pieces, where I add, like, say this is a rock, and then add a pattern instead of trying to. I like the look of it anyway. I don't really know how I'm trying to word it. So this one is a zebra finch. Yeah. Creeper, wall creeper. I had this idea in my head. I don't know if I dreamt it up or something, but when I saw that this one was called wall creeper. It reminded me of the creeper from Minecraft, and the background on this is similar to a creeper from Minecraft, so I think I brought across my idea quite well, and it came out better than I imagined it, so I'm quite happy with the little experimentation that went on there. And as you can see, I lined it with gold. You can't see that much, but you can a little bit on video. And this one is the shouting loudly yelling ostrich. Or laughing. There's the ostrich. So these were the last ones for the last 4 days. So this one's a Nicobar pigeon. This is the 21st. It's got some very beautiful feathers going down and round. And yeah, balancing on like a little branch. It doesn't look really like it could take the weight of this bird, but I don't know. Don't shoot the messenger, I guess. I was just painting really what I saw. Sometimes if I can't find a reference though, I have to use like one or more references and like just wing it really. That wasn't intended because they're birds. Winging it. Golden crowned kinglet. It's hard to read sideways, but yeah. This one again, I used the watercolours. These ones that I used that are shiny are handmade, and I got them for Christmas. In the background, I put down the background first, and it's like I think it's supposed to be like a neon. I think it's one of the. I think it might be Gansai Tanbai or something similar to them. I think it might be Gansai Tanbai or something similar to them, but yeah, I think it's something similar, and they came in like all different neon shades, and I used that in the background and then painted on top. And I think it really makes this like, I'm trying to it makes it really pop off the page and make this glow, which I didn't intend on. Most of these are just experiments, and I just hoping it'll go well. Like these, they seem to like rub off on the other bit, which I didn't intend either, because some of these I didn't want to have shiny on them, but I don't really know a way around that. Probably putting like parchment on top. But it's okay, it's just a sketchbook, it's for experimenting really. This is a Scots owl, and I did this 2 days ago. Doesn't feel like 2 days ago. Scots owl. And then yesterday I did this Ecuadorian hill star, which is, I think, it is a hummingbird, and a hummingbird is like the national. I love hummingbirds because they're the national bird of my grandmother. She's from Trinidad. Her family were from Venezuela, but she was from Trinidad, and their national bird, I think, is the hummingbird, which is why I really love hummingbirds. Cool fact for you. Cool story, bro, I guess. There we go. So that's my sketchbook tour. I hope you like that sketchbook tour. The video isn't over just yet, so I'm going to show you a few bits of what else I've been doing. And yeah, and I hope you enjoy the rest of the video, and I'll see you again when I've finished the other 7 of these, and then I'll talk to you a little bit about what I'm going to do in February and beyond, I guess. Okay then. Some more things I've been doing. I've been trying to not, because I pick my skin a lot for picking my fingers a lot when I'm nervous, and anxious because with anxiety, and I pick at my skin constantly. So for bed, because when I don't know I'm doing it, I've started having to wear some gloves because I do it overnight, and I've been doing it so much that that my fingers are like bleeding and red raw when I wake up in the morning. So I've been putting like hand cream, which is I've been using this hand cream, which is helping hands. It's especially for specifically for the nurse your hands back to health. So it's specifically for that, basically. Well, not for that, but it's supposed to be especially good for, you know, healing your hands, I think. So yeah, that's been good. I put this on in the night and then put my gloves on so that I can't wreck my hands. My favourite scissors. I have some new favourite scissors, these ones, because I've been wanting to, do you know, like the paper cut? I can't see any right now. Oh, here we go. I'm trying to find like an example of my paper cut stuff, because I've not been able to find any. Some of them were put in drawers and things, and some of them were sold on Etsy, because I did some of the flowers, butterflies and mushrooms one year, which was like 2 years ago by now. Here's some of the beetles I did. The beetles. That sounds funny. So there's some of the beetles I did, and that's like the paper cut style I was on about. And that's what it looks like on the back. I'm sure I've shown you that before, but that's what it looks like on the back. But I want to do some of that style again this year sometime. And because these normal scissors, they're very like taxing on my hands, like, because this bone in my fingers are like, they sort of stick, like my knuckle sticks when I do that. So this one is supposed to be good because it's got a spring on it, and it's like supposed to be better on your hands if your hands are in pain. So these are supposed to be a really good, what's the word, orthopedic, that's your back, isn't it? I can't remember the word, but they're supposed to be good for pain management, this type of scissor. So if anyone else has like problems like I have with your joints and stuff, so I recommend these ones. I'm not sure if they're specifically for paper or what, but yeah, they're like garden shears, aren't they? That type. What else was I going to show you? I'll show you my main palette. This is the palette I use most of the time. This is a palette I use most of the time. And this is always changing because I have other... It's still wet from yesterday. Why have these stayed wet? I'm not sure why these have stayed wet. They usually don't stay this wet. But I painted yesterday and I'm about to paint again. To start my painting for today. I set out my next pages. I set this one out bigger than usual because it's going to have a large wingspan. It's going to be sideways. It's going to be that way around. And then that one's going to be a osprey. That one's going to be a golden finch. And then these three, I think this looks really nice, like with the 3 instead of the 2. But I drew around an ACO size thing to do these. I drew around that for that one. I think they came out really well. I like measuring to make it look nice. Yeah. And I've been trying to use up my gouache as well. And And I've been seeing this in a few videos, and I saw this before I started my nose bend at the end of January, and my January at the end of February, end of December, because I knew I was going to be trying to use up my stuff. And I got this, which is a Keep Wet palette, and then it has this silicone thing, and it keeps them wet. But I left this off for a few hours yesterday, so some of them have gone a bit stale. But I can mix them back to health. But sometimes they go rock hard, so but it's good because it keeps them wet inside here. It's really good. And that's going to help me use up all of my tubes of gouache. I've been finding as well, cleaning off my palette and cleaning off this, because I use this as a palette. This is made out of glass. And cleaning off my palette, I've been finding that if I do that, because I don't know if you know that with watercolours like this can all be used again. But I've been finding when I do clean off my palettes, like the back of that and this, then my paintings are less muddy than usual. So I have been cleaning off my palettes recently, because it makes my paintings noticeably, to me anyway, it's been making them less muddy. Yeah. So I've been carrying that on. One more thing, but I found some tape, because there's two more things, because I'm going to tell you about this as well, and then I'm done. But I had this washi tape, because I have a few washi tapes that I got. I think I got them a few years ago for Christmas, but I've been using them and they're nearly all gone. But some of it rips. Some of this that I found, and I was cutting it down so that it was thinner, but it was ripping my page, so that was a bit annoying. So I got this. I think it was recommended on one of the videos I watched, so I got that, and that's been working really well, and it doesn't rip the paper, so that's really good. Gonna try and do that. Hey! And it doesn't rip the paper at all, so that's really good. I love that it doesn't rip the paper, so that's good. One more thing. I got this like at a market stall, and I've been trying to find it again, but it's like it was some kind of magical stall that we found, and apparently they're for good luck. But someone was telling me, because I was searching around so much for information about them, but I don't know if anyone else knows about them. But I think, well, someone was telling me, and the person was Native American. The stall owner, I don't know if they were or not, but the person that was telling me was, and they said that it's a Navajo dragon, and they're usually given to babies or children to bring them luck, or something along those lines. And you tap it on the head every day, and it gives you luck. And it's been working, because before I got this, we were still in the predicament where I had no shower, and no one had got back to me about that, and about the access outside, and everything just came all at once, like, because we got this, and this magical market stall where we got this, and then we've never seen it again either. So that's funny, that we've never seen it again. It's like it was there when we needed it. And that's amazing, isn't it? Yeah. I love this little thing. And it's been giving me... my hand's shaking. It's giving me it's giving me a look. So how amazing is that? Look, I'll try and show it another angle. I'm trying to show you at the angle that you usually see it at. I'll try and get it with my phone so that I can show you it. I can show you it at a different angle. Yeah, I'll show you that in a sec. This is my workspace, and I wanted to show you a bit of it, but it's a little bit messy because I'm about to start again to do some art. This is what I record on. I put my phone in here, and then it's on like a microphone stand. Sometimes it like moves a little bit or shakes, but that's fine. And this is where I work on my stuff. Yeah. I need to change my water. So that I can start painting. I can't wait. Okay, see you in a minute. Bye. Hi. Okay, bye. I'm just gonna say, I hope you enjoyed this video, and if you did, please like it and subscribe so you can see me upload another video. And click the bell so it notifies you. If you like it as well, I think the new thing is if you want to, it helps me out, would be to give a comment on the video, and I'll be doing another video when I've done the last 7 of these birds. When I've done the last 7, and to show you those birds and to discuss what I'm going to be doing in February. So that's going to be a thing because I'm going to be carrying on doing my art. So I really miss doing it, and it's really good for my. It's really helping me out in many ways. So that's why I do it. So I'll see you again next time.